What's up guys, we're back again today with another video, and we're actually having an issue with the car. So I'm actually going to take it to the dealership to have them check it out and look at it, because obviously I don't have my garage here in Clarksville, and I'm actually going to go home this weekend so we can start on the new 2013 RS 8.0 build. One of the brakes is actually locking up right here, and I freaking have lost my center cap, so we're going to have to order some more of those. But anyway, this video will also be the last t-shirt giveaway, so stay tuned and we'll see what's going on here, and then we'll give the shirt away. So see you in a little bit. Alright guys, so we're pulling up to the dealership now, and I'll let you guys know what they say once I get in here. Alright guys, so as you can see, it's for sure a different day, and we're actually back home in Elizabethton, Tennessee. The video that I started out with the brake having issues and stuff, that was going to be last Thursday's video, but what happened was there was just so much stuff I needed to do to get ready for graduation and everything, and my family was coming in to Clarksville. I just didn't have time to make videos and stuff, so I appreciate you guys being patient with me. But now we're actually probably going to be doing 3 videos a week, so probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or maybe we'll split it up like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or whatever you guys want. We'll do a poll or something like on Instagram to see what days you guys want, but we'll probably end up doing like 3 days because we're going to knock this car out quick. It'll be a build kind of like how the Goon Squads do. But anyway, so what ended up happening was the caliper itself was sticking on this brake right here, so we actually ended up getting a new caliper, and that's kind of what was hard to make videos for you guys as well, because the Toyota shop had my car for like 3 days. But anyway, so we've got a new caliper here now, so we'll be painting that orange to where it'll match. I went ahead and ordered some new center caps from Fareoh, so hopefully those will come in soon. They said probably what happened is where it was getting really hot, where the brake was sticking, it ended up making that shrink and getting loose, and that's probably what made it pop off. Which makes sense, but hopefully now everything will be good, and it has been good since I drove home yesterday. The car actually feels more peppier now, because you know, like before I was driving basically with my brakes on. But other than that, everything else is going pretty good, besides it needing a good wash after that long trip. And right behind the garage door right there will be our next project, guys, the RS 8.0 TC. So we're actually going to go ahead and I'll move the 4Runner and the picnic table and stuff out of the way. We're going to pull it out here. We're going to wash it off really good, get it good and clean, so that way we can see the damage, if there's little dents in the door or whatever is in it, and then we'll clean out the interior too. And we're actually going to take it today to Jeff's shop, the guy that did all the paint and stuff for me. I've shouted him out in a couple videos, and we're going to have him look at it and make sure everything's square on the car. There's like a support that holds up the side of the radiator, and it's kind of turned in a little bit, one thing I noticed. So we're going to have him check all that out and make sure everything is good and square before we go ahead and put it back together. As you guys know, we've already got the front bumper. I already got the new Release Series grille in the car, and we got a bunch of other parts for it. So this car is going to be back to OEM spec with a little bit of a Birchfield touch on it. Alright, so we've got our area cleaned up, so we can go ahead and spray it off and wash it down. So we'll go ahead and we'll see what this startup sounds like with the TRD center exhaust. So just trying to get the chalk off a little bit. But before we pressure wash it. But one thing I wanted to let you guys know is this is number 634, as you guys can see right there. So if you guys know the owner or anything like that, please, or if you are the owner, please contact me through Facebook, Instagram, or just comment down below, so that way we can actually, I'd like to know what actually happened to the car, like the backstory of it and everything. That would be pretty cool to know all that. So let's go ahead and we'll get this last sticker off. And I actually do think this was a girl's car, just by the sticker on the back, and there was some hair bows and stuff like that on the inside. Also, a big indicator is there actually is a little bit of curb rash on the wheels. You know, that's automatically a girl car right there. But anyway, it's just a joke. Don't get mad, any of the females in the video. But anyway, so let's go ahead and we'll take that last sticker off, and then we'll go ahead and spray it down. Alright guys, so before I forget it, let's go ahead and we'll give away the last t-shirt. So earlier in the video I showed you guys what number we had of the RS 8.0. So go ahead down below and comment what number we have, and you'll be the winner of the last t-shirt. Also guys, for all the people who won, we're going to be getting the shirts made and shipped out by the end of May, hopefully. We got to order some more shirts and then have them made, so it kind of depends on their process. I know they were kind of like a week behind the people I get them printed by anyway, so hopefully we'll have them printed and sent out by the end of May, like I said. And if you guys are wanting to buy some, you can contact me on Instagram, Facebook, anything, and we'll go ahead and we'll get you guys a shirt too. This is only going to be a limited run, so make sure that you guys go ahead and contact me if you want one. But anyway, let's go ahead and we'll close the video out now. Alright guys, so now the overview of the car and everything that's wrong with it, everything that's good with it and all of that stuff. So let's go ahead and we'll start inside. So one of the first problems inside that I have seen was the gear shifter is not a 2013's gear shifter. It's actually a first gen gear shifter like what my car has. I don't know if the other people just didn't like how thick, because I know they're a lot thicker on the 13s. If they didn't like it, or maybe, you know, they like this one more or whatever, and they did that. I might leave it like that, or I might end up getting another one. It just depends. Other than that, everything else is immaculate. As you can see, we have no alerts on the dash, so that's really good. Obviously the door's open right now, so that's the only one we have up there. Another cool thing is it does have the paddle shifters, and they work great. I've already took the car for a little bit of a test drive. And everything else inside, I know it's kind of dark in here, but there is no cuts in the seats or anything like that. Everything works good. The sunroof works. We actually have the change thing that was like a little accessory that came with it, and we also have a Costa Rican coin here, which I thought was kind of neat. But other than that, everything else inside looks really nice and good and clean. We just need a good vacuuming in there. On the outside, obviously the main thing is we don't have a front bumper, which you guys seen we've already got a stock bumper in. I'm looking for OEM headlights, so if you guys have any headlights for sale or know somebody that has some for sale, hit me up, because I would actually like to get 2 brand new ones so they'll look very nice and clean on the car. I want whoever owns this car next to be very happy with it. We actually have all the splash guards underneath. Everything is fine there. Our front reinforcement, it's actually bent a little bit, so we're going to get a new one of those unless Jeff says we can bend it back straight. But like I said before, I want this to be back to OEM spec where it looks like it just came out of the factory, so we'll probably end up replacing that. The hood is bent under a little bit. We may or may not try to save it depending on also what Jeff says with that. We might have to get new hinges. I'm not sure if those were bent or not, because the hood is kind of shifted this way a little bit. The supporting lock, or the support lock, is kind of what they call it, the piece that kind of runs up the center of the radiator and stuff that actually holds your hood latch. It is broke and gone, so we'll need one of those. Other than that, I know the engine's on and stuff, so it's kind of hard for me to hear, but as you can see, the engine is very clean. The oil is fresh, so they had actually just had it you know, maintenance at the dealership. The intake filter is brand new. Everything looks super nice in there, well taken care of. Obviously we're missing our support bracket right here in the center over top of the radiator, so we do need that, and that other support piece right there is bent, as you can see. So we'll be getting a new one of those as well. We might end up getting the whole radiator support assembly. So basically, let me shut down the hood. So basically the radiator support assembly, it's what runs across right here that you've seen that was bent. It goes down across the bottom, up on this side, and goes back over top of that headlight, and then that other piece that we were missing above the radiator. We might end up just putting a whole brand new one in there, so everything is nice and new in the front. Obviously we've already got the foam piece right there. All the parts that I have bought have been from Toyota so far. We might get some aftermarket stuff for some of this, just because I'm not at the Toyota dealership, but I'll let you guys know all that coming up. But other than that, I think everything else is pretty good. Of course, we will be getting all the OEM clips and bolts and everything like that that we'll need. The other thing that we'll have to have is there's actually a plastic panel that kind of covers up the radiator and stuff. If you guys have a 13, you know what I'm talking about. It's like a radiator diversion panel. I will be needing one of those. So that's something else. If you guys have that laying around or know of somebody that has one, I would love to buy that off of them. So I can, you know, help them out. They can sell a part, and then it'll help me get this car back together. But other than that, that's pretty much it. We're actually going to go ahead and run it down to Jeff's right now and let him check out some of the other stuff. Just make sure everything is good and okay, because he does stuff like this all the time. And then tomorrow I'll give you guys an update, which will be Thursday for you guys. We'll do a video then. And then next week we'll actually start the 3-day videos, because that's when all the parts and stuff like that will be coming in. So that'll be really cool. But anyway, guys, the outside of it's very clean. There's a couple little dings in the door, which is to be expected. Obviously the car's been drove. You go to Walmart, you'll get a ding in your door nowadays. And it looks like maybe a limb has hit it up here. So that's another little ding. But other than that, everything looks pretty good on the outside. And then of course the curb rash that I showed you guys earlier, but I am going to get the 2 front wheels fixed. The back ones basically have 0 curb rash on them. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much a rundown of everything. I'm sure there's odd and end parts that we need. I bought a lot of the OEM clips and bolts to replace the stuff that I knew we needed, but of course I didn't know all the damage because I was in Clarksville. This is actually the first time I'm getting to see the car in person. But I think it'll be a pretty cool rebuild for us. And then if you guys ever get in a front end accident or anything like that, you can kind of go through our videos or my videos and see you know, like how to repair stuff and how stuff comes apart. So this will be a cool rebuild. And then also we'll actually have this car for sale coming up soon. So if you guys are looking for a RS 8.0, it will be for sale, and then you guys will be able to see the full build process. You'll be able to see every part that went into it and know that every part is a Toyota part and that it's been rebuilt back to perfect. So hopefully we'll get this car back to what it looked like when it came out of the factory. And we're actually going to go ahead and head down to Jeff's. I probably won't film there just because it's his business. I might actually, if I can, I'll sneak in and actually film some of him painting the front bumper and the hood and stuff like that, and how he fixes the hood if he'll let me. I'll ask him about that today. That'll be kind of cool for you guys to see that stuff. But anyway, guys, till next time, peace out, and remember, build your masterpiece.